Hi everybody, my name is Luc Morin, and today I want to show you a situation that you may encounter with Eplan P8 when working with placeholders object. So to demonstrate the situation, I have created a placeholder here that assigns values to this overload, this cable, and this motor. So basically, when we assign a value set, in my case I have two possibilities, 1 HP motor or 2 HP motors. I want the different parts assigned to the overload, the cable, and the motor to be updated accordingly. This seems to be working fine because, for example, on my 1 HP configuration I have 0.16 amp for the current, and I have 0.12 kilowatt for the motor HP. And by the way, this is just an example. I know my values are not reflecting a real world application, but they were just for the purpose of the demonstration. The problem here is that if I synchronize my selection on this cable, I can see that my functions on the cable are not properly synced because in my drawing right now I have a cross diameter of 4 millimeters square, whereas the function of the cable that was assigned is 2.5 millimeters square. And that's because when I selected my 1 HP value, the cross section of the selected cable was not transferred to these connection definition points. And this is kind of a lack on part of Eplan P8. When you use placeholders to update the part of a cable, the cross-section of the connection definition point is not reassigned. A manual way of doing this would be to select the cable either from the project data menu, cables, assign conductor, reassign all, or from the cables navigator I could reassign all from here also. And now I have the proper information written back to my conductors, which is 2.5. Unfortunately, this could become tedious if you have a large number of cables associated with your placeholder object. In this case, it's only one, so it's not too bad. But if you have, let's say, 5 cables and that you need to change them or reassign the conductors manually every time, it can become long and error prone. So what I did is I've created a small API. It's not a script, it's an API, so it does require an API license to be executed. And what it does, simply, let me load it. Hold on a second. Now that it is loaded, every time I will execute a assigned value set on any placeholder, the API will automatically reassign the conductors. So now if I select my 2 HP motor, I can see here in the navigator that the conductors have indeed been reassigned properly. So basically what this API does is implement an event listener in the P8 API. Here we simply register which method is to be called when we have the when the event is executed. And what I'm calling specifically here is onActionAnd.string.xm placeholder assign record action. And this event is executed after the assigned value set. And in my method that I execute here in my handler, basically I create a selection set to retrieve the selected placeholder, and for this placeholder I iterate over all the cables that belong to that placeholder, and I call cable service dot do reassign wires. And this is where the magic happens. This function will, this API function here, do reassign wires, will automatically reassign the conductors inside your cable, and that way you will have the proper colors displayed. So the code for this API will be made available on my blog at www.stlm.ca, and just select blog from the main menu, and I will post the code there, and the files as well, so the complete Visual Studio project for you to play with it. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of API tutorial, and until next time, take care.